Stalo in our Halkomelem language is the word that means river, and also it's the word that we refer to ourselves as well. So Stalo is the Fraser, our name for the Fraser River, but then it's the word for ourselves, meaning that we're the people of the river.
So we come to Stalo territory, and the Stalo territory is Fraser Valley, basically, from Vancouver up to the Fraser Canyon. And there are 28 Stalo communities, and we work with many of them through the Stalo Research and Resource Management Center and through Stalo Nation and Stalo Tribal Council.
Siuk means burnt. Okay, so you can see the top of that peak there. That's during our flood story. That's when the
direction of the previous director, Grand Chief Clarence Penyer. He instituted a basic policy, which was work with others to help answer the questions we need to know or to have answered around our Stalo history. And so under that policy and that framework, members of the Rights and Title Department, Keith Carlson and others, myself, Sonny McKelsey, some 3 primary researchers at that time in the late 90s, worked in different ways to establish collaborative relationships with universities and other researchers in the area on research topics. And so the relationship with University of Victoria originally started under that framework of working collaboratively through the Stalo Nation, researchers, and making relationships and connections to the universities. And UVic was the primary connection that Keith started out and made, which resulted in the development of the Ethnohistory Field School.
Right behind you there. Yeah, you bet.
You're leaving Saskatoon, you're leaving Victoria in the case of the 2 partners here. You're coming to a place that's not your home. You're studying abroad. But when you're coming here, you're also doing service learning.
It's actually good.
Yeah. Plenty of food.
Did you make the cinnamon buns?
Yeah, I made everything.
When the students arrive, they're greeted immediately by staff members here at the SRMC, as well as their community hosts, the families who are going to host them for the first week. And that connection, I think that immediate connection, is very important to the experience the students are having by basically being whisked off immediately into the community on that first weekend and right into community members' houses.
Takes a lot of patience with the same thing over and over again.
We're not giving students massive background in participant observation. Here's what you're going to be doing as a participant observer. You're infiltrating, you're embedded into that family. We're not doing that at all. What we're saying is be respectful. Go into that family and learn from them as best you can on their terms. But you figure that out on your terms. We're here to help you. We have Stalo people here at the office who are here to help you and to guide you. But you know what? From 4 o'clock at night until 8 o'clock the next morning, you're on your own. In the sense that you're going to be drawing on what's ever inside of you to make that work. Now you're building on past students' work. You're building on reputations and partnerships that myself and other faculty have developed for this field school. But ultimately, it's all riding on you at that point. And that puts a huge amount of pressure on the students. But I've never yet seen a student who hasn't risen to the challenge and just really succeeded, because I think they know that in part, if there's going to be reconciliation in Canada between natives and newcomers, if there's going to be a genuine sense of a respectful relationship around the land and resources of this, it's going to start with students of this generation who are going out and talking to Aboriginal people, right? And they need to learn how to talk to Aboriginal people on their terms.
The core of the story must never change, because if you change that, then you change us as a people. Yeah. You change our history. If you change the story, you change our history. And no human being is given permission by Creator to do that.
We are the ancestors. We're the living ancestors to future generations. What we do today, how we take care of one another, how we take care of our ancestors, is going to be passed down to future generations. Cross-cultural understanding and respect. That's the foundation of living in a good community, living in a society. We have to get along together, Sian.
I think that this field school has a very unique position in that it's been established through years of Keith's work with the Stalo Nation originally, and that it continues year after year. So coming in, so many years after it's been established, all those relationships were made for us. All those pathways were opened for us. And it puts new researchers in a very safe space to come here and be able to talk to people and learn truly ethical research.
It's very difficult to convey how, what will change for people, because I think it really depends on where they come from, where they're at. But my guess is that for most students who haven't been exposed before to either community research and or to the real experience of the experience of Indigenous communities themselves is going to be transformative. That's my experience.